9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Welcome back to another Hard Way Wrestling, where we are cashing checks and banging the hottest bitches in the back. What's going on? Scotty and Ricky with me today, and Ricky's mountain lion of a cat.
Puff.
Puff is his name.
His name is Puff.
Gotcha. Well, we are live on Facebook. Hopefully,
Scotty dropped his phone.
hopefully we are up. There's Scotty.
There he is. There he is.
He's back, baby.
What happened? There we go.
Hey, you just dropped a little bit. It's okay. It's okay, man.
Because my signal was perfect until that happened. I don't know what happened.
No idea. Maybe it's raining where you're at.
It is raining where I'm at.
Well,
Can you guys still see and hear me, Kurt?
Yes, absolutely. We can see you. Unfortunately, we can see
NASA can see you.
We nice. Real nice. Real nice, Clark. Anyway, we should be live on Facebook. I have not gotten a notification yet, but we should be getting something here soon. What's up, boys? Are we ready for another big weekend of wrestling?
Party. We are ready for a party, and we are going to be awake for this one.
Well, I plan on getting a nap, and then I'll be ready to go for at least 6 hours before I need another nap.
Well, this pay-per-view won't be 6 hours, so I think you're good.
Yeah, no, this is an AEW. We do not do 6 hour. WWE does not do 6 hour pay-per-views.
Now, honestly, for AEW, I think for them to run 13 or 11, 12, 23 matches, whatever they run, they should start at noon. Like it would make it a lot easier to stay awake and watch it. So
speaking of AEW, in our previous show, we were confused with the All In, All Out thing.
Yeah,
All In is London in August. All Out is September, and that is in Chicago.
Oh.
Chicago, imagine that.
Yeah, I was about to say they're doing a lot of Chicago runs. I kind of wonder why.
Well, trying to make sure CM Punk gets cheered.
Yeah, because everywhere else he is not. Everywhere else he is not getting cheered. So,
but does he care? No, he doesn't care whether he's cheered or booed. He just as long as he creates some kind of an issue, he's fine.
Yeah, he's a good heel. He's a good heel.
Could that be Tony Khan setting up the title for title unification of his old Snake in the Bag title versus MJF?
I think we got some time for that.
Maybe.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They're doing this whole tag team, whatever. What are they calling this tag team thing where they're just randomly picking?
Blind tournament.
Yeah,
blind eliminator.
Blind eliminator. That's what it is.
The Stevie Wonder of wrestling is what AEW is right now, anyway. So this is actually pretty fitting. We're gonna start today off. Unfortunately, we've done this a few times since we've been around. We lost another WWE or WWF, right? Was it WWF? Yeah, WWF superstar Droz or Puke. We lost him. We lost him today. There's no. They haven't given us
the last hour.
Yeah, they haven't given us a reason or why, but he was paraplegic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Brown's pop-up power bomb ended his career, unfortunately.
So we're not exactly sure what he has succumbed to, but most likely it was something to do to his being paraplegic and everything. So Ricky said it. D'Lo Brown went to do it was a pop-up power bomb.
I think it was the pop-up power bomb or blow down or wherever the hell we called it. And
the Sky High. It was the Sky High.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't like. They never aired the footage, but I do remember the week after it happened because they actually talked about it on a live SmackDown. They did not show any footage, but Michael Cole comes on. It was like during a big show. If I remember, it was during a Big Show entrance, and they're like, we'd like to send our deepest, condolences out to the family and Droz and so who suffered a major injury in the ring at a taping of SmackDown last week, is what they said on. Well, at that time SmackDown was always taped, but the broadcast of it had that on there, and I was like, wow, that's again, we never knew anything about it, and then until I don't know, about 5 years later when Droz finally came out and actually talked about it. But yeah, he severed his spinal cord, I think in 2 places due to the whiplash of the Sky High, which is weird because I'd seen D'Lo use that numerous times over the years. Never had it, and nobody else had any issues with it, but somehow he landed English. Droz landed wrong, and neck snapped, and boom, that was it for him. And it was a sad ending because Droz was he was really getting on my radar because it was him and Prince Albert at the time. I can't think of the guy's real name, but they were calling him Prince Albert. He had all the piercings, the bald head, all that stuff, and they were kind of getting on my radar because they came out one night on a SmackDown a couple episodes previous, and were on the mic doing commentary with Cole and King, and they were saying some funny stuff, and Droz had a good sense of humor, and Albert was just Albert, being an idiot. But it was funny. So they got on my radar, and then all of a sudden Droz was gone, and due to the injury and stuff like that. And so it was a very, very sad thing because I thought he had a good chance of being something, especially in the late Attitude Era tag team mix. They weren't going to be tag team champions, and I kind of could see that from the beginning, but they were definitely a good mid-card tag team mix to kind of put out there and have them kind of work, matches against the Hardy, because it was the mix of styles, Albert, the powerhouse, and Droz, the smaller, faster one, that they could put out against an Edge and Christian, or against a Hardys, or even against the Outlaws at the time. It was definitely a good mid-card tag team that could be thrown around and put in the mix for different angles and programs and stuff like that. So,
well, it would have been great to see that. They brought him in. I watched, I guess it was Behind the Ring or one of those documentaries where they brought him in because Vince liked him because he could make himself throw up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And they were in there. I always remember Vince. They were sitting in the office going, "He's gonna puke." And he went from this to, I guess he went to the LOD, right?
Yeah, LOD.
And then to the Prince Albert, and I honestly can't remember what other name he was running under also. But the evolution of Droz was starting to go, right? It was starting to go, and you could see personality. You saw this personality out of this guy, and it would have been nice to be able to see how far he would have gotten. I don't know if he'd ever been anything more than a mid card, also, but a lot of mid cards are great.
And probably a tag champ here and there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if they could have gotten the belts on him.
He would have been excellent for the hardcore division too.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Just his look and persona, he'd have been great for that. Going up against Al Snow and Raven
or even Crash.
Holly. Crash, yeah.
So
I've seen multiple interviews with D'Lo, and every time D'Lo cries.
Oh yeah.
He's never forgiven himself.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is the business. I mean, shit happens.
Yep.
Guys do stuff all their life and take an elbow drop and their arm gets broke.
Yeah, just like we discussed with Forbidden Door and Daniel
Bryanson.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did you Sting is 60 million years old.
Christ.
He's older than Luchasaurus, and he's wrestled forever. He was 50 couple and took a buckle bomb from Seth Rollins and put him out of wrestling.
And now he's
but then
jumping off of ladders.
he's jumping over ladders at 64 years old, and still doing crazy shit. I mean, this is honestly the game. And when you love the game like a lot of these guys do, there's no holds barred. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it regardless of what it does to our body, for the fans, for themselves, or whatever. So
Mick Foley was the fucking poster child for that.
absolutely.
Missing
Absolutely.
ear, tooth hanging out of his nose.
And for anybody interested in watching, just going really quickly off the Mick Foley thing, anybody interested in watching, Mick and The Undertaker sat down and
I watched some of that.
Cell 98, their classic Hell in the Cell match together for the first time in 25 years. So
Yeah.
side.
That was pretty good.
I just caught a reel of Mick coming up and seeing the cage. Him and his daughter went to see the cage.
Yes.
And it choked me up. Like it choked me up. First, I can watch women cry all day long for whatever reason. I guess I have no heart. But when dudes cry, man, it just hits me. And to watch Mick, old man Mick, right? He looks like your grandfather now. To cry when he put his hand on that cage, man. I tell you. But it's for the love of the game, and
it's the passion.
It unfortunately, bad things happen to good people, and I'm sure Droz would have changed this part of his life, but maybe he wouldn't have, right? Because he ended up having a great life afterward. He was only 54 years old. I don't know how old he was when the incident happened, but he lived a very long life, and rest in peace, Droz.
Yep.
So, we're gonna touch on AEW Fight Forever. Scotty, have you played this game yet?
No, I've seen gameplay, but I have not actually put my hands on a controller and played it as of yet.
This game is the drizzling shit.
Do it. Yeah,
is it really?
No, it's
good.
If I'm gonna rank it out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
All right. And I don't buy wrestling games anymore. This is the first wrestling game I've bought since Nitro. PS1 Nitro.
Yeah, for future console game, like your graphics aren't what you expect them to be, but their whole design for this was to go back to the graphics and the gameplay of your No Mercy and all the classics from the N64 era. So that's what you get as far as the graphics. But aside from right now, which my struggle is just figuring the controls out, the gameplay is pretty smooth. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I'm a big fan of the barbed wire death match, although I have not won one yet. And pretty much any match you play, John Moxley, I think, still does bleed in under 5 minutes.
So supposedly this game has a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of hidden stuff. And one is the barbed wire match where it doesn't always explode. Sometimes it has like a little bit of sparkler.
If you like rub the rope or whatever, like kind of halt yourself before running into them, it'll just be a little spark. But if you go,
no, I'm talking about the explosion, the big explosion at the end. Yeah. It's not a glitch.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but it's not for the game. And I saw a Chris Statlander had Darby's skateboard riding it and jumping over the ropes and landing on top of him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of like hidden.
There's many games in there. Trying to think what else there was. The roster, and the roster's still pretty solid, but there's still a lot they could add to DLCs going forward, because there's a lot of current wrestlers that aren't even in this game.
Oh yeah. We don't have a Joey Janela, and that's disappointing. I know Scotty will be running out and buying this thing.
Scotty would have
I would buy the game with him in it just so I could play again. Like well, first of all, do they have a creator wrestler?
They have a creator wrestler, and it takes fucking forever to create a wrestler.
It even did back in the N64 days.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. But I would create myself just to go into a ring with a barbed wire match and beat the daylights out of Joey Janela. So
I mean,
yes.
you can reach into the crowd and grab weapons and stuff. You'll have to see if they have any Coke cans in there.
Um, so honestly, I again, Ricky's right. They could add there's going to be a lot of added stuff. So what I'm hearing is they're not coming out with another game for a few years. They're just keep adding to this, just like they do with what's the San Andreas and what is that?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. So they're going to come out
And
with.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I honestly, I am too.
Keep it fresh, keep it updated, and then, yeah, those who play it, I mean, they're not going to have to play it for a year, and then next year going to have to buy another $60 or $70 game just to get a new roster. Just keep it fresh, keep it upgraded.
Yeah, and that's I think that's always been a knock from on 2K, that there's always, or WWE, that there's always some sort of glitch or glitches forever until they figure that part out, and then by the time they get it all figured out, the new game comes out.
Yeah, that's why I've never bought a 2K game. Like, everything I've seen of it is just ridiculous with glitches and bugs in the game and whatnot. It's just stupid. Like, WWE's games haven't been good since they were back in the SmackDown versus era.
Well, I will disagree with you slightly on that. The last good 2K WWE game was 2K13.
Actually, you know what? You were right there. I forgot. I do have that one for 360.
Yeah. Yep, I had that one as well, and that is still like.
But again, you're talking a decade ago.
Oh, I know, but that's the last time 2K was any good with the WWE games. Other than that, like, now. But let me ask you this, and Ricky, you'll probably be able to chime on this more than Jason will. But for someone like me, who is like, I love No Mercy, I love WCW NWO Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and I even love, if
Classics.
you guys. Yeah, if you remember WWE All Stars for 360. Do you have that, Ricky?
I didn't play that one.
Oh, such a classic, because they took that style. I know Fight Forever isn't in that style, but they took it and turned it into more of an arcade. Like you do an RKO, you're literally like RKO somebody from the ceiling.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing stuff about that. Yeah.
But anyways, the point being is, taking into account a lot of the great wrestling games that we have played over the years, where do you rank Fight Forever? Does it match up to the No Mercies? Does it match up to Revenge? What is your? How do you?
Nothing's going to ever get to that far. Those are still the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
as far as wrestling games, but it follows in that same. In my opinion, it still follows that formula, and it's pretty. I think it's pretty good so far. I give it a 7 out of 10 as well for the start.
But it feels solid. Is what is I'm asking. Is that
and again, my problem is this is the first wrestling game I've played probably since 2K13. So getting the feel of somewhat button mashing for your kickouts and then learning the grapples, I got to get that feel back again.
Okay.
My only criticism, I mean, again, this is the first game I bought forever. Actually, before I bought the Nitro, I had the old WWF, the one with Hogan and Andre and Warrior. And
Superstars or something like that.
It might have been. It was very arcade-like.
That's WWF Superstar.
I loved that game. So this is the first game I bought in 100 years. But my only criticism is when I go to pin somebody, Aubrey Edwards, why are you so damn slow? Why does it take forever to get over to the count?
Yeah, I did notice that a little bit.
It's like she has a bad hamstring or something. Like she waddles over and she gets down real slow. And the whole time I'm going, Aubrey, let's go. I turn into Jonathan Cross all of a sudden. So
just for the record, I don't think you ever leave Jonathan Cross.
Well, that's exactly that's exactly right. That would be probably my only real big gripe, that Aubrey Edwards is very slow. So, but other than
No.
that, I'm enjoying the game. There's a bunch of unlockables.
I also noticed they don't do like a full on entrance either. It's like a very quick entrance, which I don't like that. Like I always enjoyed watching like doing the actual full entrance, unless it was the Undertaker's, because then it took you like a half an hour just to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm the
it's a
complete
very-
opposite. I hit the start button. Let's go. Let's get this ass whooping started.
Man, the entrances get you pumped up.
Yeah.
You're a little
even
Judas.
even on like that's the thing that I didn't like about the only criticism I ever had about No Mercy was that they cut the entrances down. Like in WrestleMania 2000, you came out of the entranceway, you did your pose, and then they had the character, whoever it was, walk to the ring and do whatever pose they did in the ring, whether it was Austin climbing the turnbuckle or Rock posing for the people. Like they had that and it was the coolest thing. So when they cut that down, No Mercy, I was like, no, that was one of my favorite things to watch. Was to watch.
I enjoyed it too. They cut it down.
Now I'd like to see more of the chicks that are behind Kenny Omega for his entrance.
Oh yeah, the cleaner.
There's
only
entrance.
2 of them.
Yeah, you do catch a little bit of side boob. But other than that, they
if you create a custom player, you can insert that into your entrance.
Absolutely will.
Jonathan Cross will be coming out with the ladies spinning the brooms.
Hello, ladies.
That's good shit. Sign this.
So yeah, Fight Forever, not bad. It's only been on. It said it was available everywhere on Thursday, but I don't know about you. I got mine on
Pre-order.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it was because we bought it and downloaded it prior.
I ordered. I legit
access.
went on Wednesday when I got home from work and downloaded it, and it was there.
Yeah, I literally woke up and saw your screenshot you sent, and then I was like, I'm getting on here.
Yeah, I was supposed to be taking a nap, and I ran through like 20 matches. So, but
it's the back burner.
Yeah, there's a bunch of unlockables and stuff like that. You can get Cody Rhodes, and which is weird.
This game had been under development for quite some time, and
since the beginning.
He's an original EVP, so they couldn't take him out of there.
And I mean, okay, and I don't know, and I don't know if either of you would know anything about this, but like, even though Cody's under contract to WWE, they can still use his name and likeness in the AEW game because he was under contract to AEW at the time that they started development. So, like, I don't know how the crossover works or how, like,
Well, they came out with a couple, like 2 Cody figures after he was already in WWE. So,
yeah,
I guess it's under the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting deal, but yeah, I'm glad to have Cody in there.
His Supreme like a couple weeks after he left, his Supreme figure came out, I believe.
Yeah,
the nicest of any Cody figure that's ever been. Yeah. So.
Oh, and by the way, they now have a Cody Ultimate too for WWE.
I saw it. That and the Logan Paul.
Yes.
I didn't pre-order the Logan Paul, and I'm very disappointed that I didn't because it doesn't look like I'm gonna get it. So.
Oh, they'll probably do a second run on it unless it's a limited.
Who knows? Yeah. I went to Target today, and they do have some new Jax figures out. For AEW, so it's Jax, right? Is it Jax?
No, it's Jazzwares.
Jazzwares, yeah. They got some new Jazzwares, but it was the Andrade, which they didn't have. That's the one I would have bought. And then there was a Taz in that same group that I would have bought, and they didn't have that one. But they had a Britt Baker, and they had a Jake Hager, and what was the other trash bag that they had? I can't remember. But I didn't pick any of them up, disappointingly. So.
It's funny, at your old store, Jason, for those of you who don't know, Jason used to service Walmart, the same one that I currently work at. At your old store, if you go to the toy section right now, there are about 10
peg warmers, baby.
10 peg warmers.
Hangman Adam Page.
And who was the other one? There was another one that was
MJF.
Oh yes, it was MJF. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
Scotty, this is why we got to keep pushing podcast time back. Now we know you're stuck in the toy aisle at Walmart for half your day.
Hey, it's okay, Scotty. It's okay. It's okay. You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I check Walmart all the time, whether it be my Walmart or another Walmart or whatever, and it's all the same shit. It's they did mark down the WWF superstars to $6. So if you didn't get a Taker or a Foley or anybody that, grab them now.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
They're making room for the new ones that are coming out. So
Yeah.
anyway, Fight Forever, not bad. We'll give you some more info once we start playing. I went out, Ricky. And Scotty. I went out and bought another controller.
Yes.
So we can all play tomorrow, and we're right before Money in the Bank, or if Money Bank's a shit show, we'll play Money in the Bank. So, all right. Speaking of Money in the Bank, it is our preview show for Money in the Bank. Starts at 3:00 tomorrow.
Yep.
Because they're in London.
They're on London time.
On London time. And honestly, I love, what was the last one? It was
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel or the Saudi event.
Yeah.
As much as people hate the Saudi event, I love the Saudi event because it's at 12:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think they should do all these pay-per-views early. I wish I lived on the West Coast.
Roll out of bed and catch a Saudi show.
Yeah, West Coast. This show in West Coast is at noon. Like, that is perfect. Let's get our WWE out of the way early in the day. I don't have to stay up till midnight waiting for Roman to win.
Stay up till 8:01.
Yeah, right. And then I can watch the media scrum afterward. It's not a big deal. I think this is great. 3:00 tomorrow. Good. 7 matches. They're about 11 short of an AEW show.
Yep.
So,
oh my gosh.
So let's go over some of these matches, or all 7 of these matches. So first match, we have the men's Money in the Bank match. Butch versus Damian Priest versus LA Knight. Versus Logan Paul versus Ricochet, Sane, Shinsuke Nakamura. I can never hear Shinsuke's name without Jerry Lawler's name. Who do we got in this match? So we talked about this last week. But for now, give me your winner. Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta give this guy the push. He's definitely over right now. Crowd loves him.
All right.
Gotta go with LA.
I would love LA Knight to win, but I honestly, again, for everything I've read in the tabloids and stuff like that, the wrestling tabloids are saying that Vince doesn't want to go with them. So my thought, the one I'm picking is going to be Damian Priest. I'm pretty sure, like, if they're going to do anything with anybody, they're going to go with him right now, especially considering how over the Judgment Day is at this point. So, it's who I like. I want LA Knight to win, and I pray to God he does, but I think it's going to be Damian.
Definitely.
I am also
the breakup of the Judgment Day.
And I do not want them to break the Judgment Day up yet.
At least just break Finn Balor out of it. Like, keep Priest and
Finn Balor's one of the best parts of they're all great.
They're all, I think Finn is kind of like, Finn is like Rhea, and I love Dom. Like, I love the way he the little chicken. I love the way those 3 interact together. They just stand like, and I hate being heightist, I guess, but like having 2 guys as short as Dom and Finn, that like they need somebody else to kind of mellow out the group. Like, they got Damian the tall one, Dominic the short one. Rhea's kind of in the middle. I mean, she's not tall, but she's not short. So they need somebody kind of in that middle ground. And Finn just kind of looks like a little boy standing next to both, to everybody. So it's just like, let's get somebody a little to help round out the group a little bit better. But yeah, no, I honestly think they're going to put the money in the bank on Damian. And honestly, like at some point, if they can get him, like I don't want them to do it now, but if they can get him out of the Judgment Day at some point down the road and break him out as a baby face, he's going to be phenomenal. He's like he proved in the Puerto Rico match that he is a great guy to have in that ring. So I'd love to see what they can do with him.
Well, I am going, as much as I want Damian Priest to win this and then start a thing with Finn Balor, I'm going with Logan Paul.
Oh.
From what I'm reading and hearing, and I don't read, so what I'm hearing is that what this would be for WWE to have this briefcase sitting on Logan Paul's set for his talk show that he does. What is it called? Polarizing?
Yeah.
What is it called? So that publicity wise, Logan Paul having this briefcase would be tremendous for WWE. So I am going with Logan Paul.
And I mean, I can see that too. I think that, and again, I like Logan Paul. He is a phenomenal athlete. He does very well in that ring. And for being like literally greener than goose crap, the fact that he is so good is where did this come from? But and I get the publicity angle too. It makes complete sense. But I still feel like you should be taking the stars you already have that need to be built and building them, and give Logan Paul some time to kind of grow and mature a little bit more in that ring before you put that on him, because that is like, because here's what I'm afraid of. There's only two ways it works out. Either he cashes in and wins the title, or he cashes in and doesn't get it. Which
those would be the options.
Yeah, but here's
very good.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that. You can't, like, if he cashes in and wins it, he's not ready to hold the title. But if he cashes in and loses it, that kind of throws a whole monkey wrench in the publicity deal, because, hey, this guy that, everybody was pulling for, kind of like the Cody situation. Everybody was pulling for Cody. He didn't win the belt. Everybody's pulling for Logan. He doesn't win the belt.
And Cody's still over as a baby.
Yeah.
He's still over, but again, he's less over because
hottest guy in the company, bro.
Yeah.
Hottest guy in the company is Cody.
Yeah, right now Cody is. Yeah.
Scotty, I'm gonna have to say,
Yeah, well,
you're wrong.
Well,
you're wrong on this one, but we're gonna see Logan Paul strike while the iron is hot, and it's one thing that WWE doesn't do. Logan Paul is a hot character right now. Everyone hates him, everyone loves him. Let's do it. Let's give him the briefcase. How would you like him to show up every time they're in Ohio? OH. Ohio.
How many Vince rewrites have happened so far regarding that match?
Right.
Well,
how many in the next
24
12 hours?
Yeah.
For the show.
A lot.
Over under a 50.
All right, moving on. Women's Money in the Bank match. Bayley, Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Trish Stratus, Zelina Vega, and Zoe Stark. Scotty?
Okay, I'm going to stick with the pick I had before, and I still think this is a good option. I think they're going to put it on Bayley, because what they're going to do is use this as the breakaway for Io Sky, have Io Sky and Bayley feud over the briefcase, and Io gets it and then takes it to Mania next year to challenge Asuka for the women's belt.
Ricky?
I'm going the other way with this. I'm going with Io, but exactly the same, basically the same formula you're going with, Scotty, with the whole Bayley feud. And the breakup of Damage Control. But yeah, Io.
I'm with you. I think they put it on. Io, which causes Bayley to lose her shit at some point in the next couple months, and they have a feud, Bayley and Io. Io coming out on top, and then we move on to WrestleMania and Io Sky and Asuka.
And hopefully they put the belt on Io. Again, I love Asuka, but
I hope they do too.
This match is basically going to turn into a Zoe Stark Trish Stratus like beat down on Becky Lynch. And Zelina Vega's kind of like the odd one out here. So I mean, like she's in a rivalry with no one of those people.
I look for Zelina though to really shell out here. I really think that she is coming into her own.
It'll be as soon as Bailey or Io gets a breakaway for that briefcase, and then Io will probably have to break away for the briefcase, and Bailey will go stop her, and then kind of play the "oops, I didn't mean it."
Yeah.
I think this would be great for Io to put this belt on Io. Zelina, I want Zelina. If Zelina won this shit. But it's honestly this Money in the Bank briefcase is always better on the heel. So,
yeah.
The Brock party was the greatest ever.
Oh, if I had a chance, I found that briefcase when I was out in Vegas with the speakers on it. They wanted $400 for this fucking speaker or this, and it actually was a Bluetooth speaker. I wanted it so bad, and I never pulled the trigger on it. And to this day, I'm still mad about it. So, all right, moving on. We have a heavyweight championship match: Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Well, I mean, Seth isn't losing the title yet. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah, Balor's not taking it from him.
Scotty?
Same conclusion I came to. There's no way Balor's gonna Balor is great, and it'd be interesting if he got the belt, but like Seth's already got Seth has thrown enough temper tantrums over the last couple of years about them not doing enough with him that he's gonna hold this belt for a while. Probably I would think until Mania next year. So yeah, I'm calling Seth Franklin Rollins on this one.
Oh, he used his birth name. We're going with Seth Franklin Rollins on my Rollins on my end here. Robbins is his cousin. I'm going with Franklin myself. Cody Rhodes versus Dom Dom.
This match is going to be hilarious. I got a feeling.
Yeah,
I love Dominic playing the chicken shit, hiding behind Rhea, and I can honestly see at some point Brandy coming back to even the odds up.
She's been training. She's been training, boys.
Cody's winning this match. I don't see any way that Cody loses this really without Brandy there.
There's no better picture than Brandy Rhodes' legs above her head as Rhea has her stacked for the pin. Nothing better.
Now I am to me, my personal thing, this is it's not going to be match of the night in quality, but to me, it's my match of the night as far as it's just
entertainment purposes.
Huh?
Entertainment purposes and a return.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting, and I am honestly looking forward to seeing what Brandy Runnels is going to do. Will they pull a Dominic across the knee deal? I mean, I know Ray already spanked his own son, but will they have Brandy spank the crap out of Dominic? Will they have
so Brandy doesn't cut a lock of Rhea's hair and wear it on a necklace?
Dom can only be lucky. Only be the luckiest boy in the world to be spanked by Brandy Rhodes.
So, yeah, I'm
not wrong
because there's no way Cody's losing this, but I still think for entertainment purposes, this is going to be match of the night. So,
all right, we're all going with Cody. Undisputed women's tag team match: Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan's back. Great. Who cares? Raquel Rodriguez needs to be in that world title picture in singles matches. Not sure why they're not doing that yet. Eventually, you're going to get there.
Especially after her showing at the Royal Rumble, where she was in it for quite some time as well.
I
Yeah.
think we get a heel turn here with Raquel Rodriguez over Liv Morgan. And then my pick is definitely Rousey and Baszler to retain.
Agreed. I'm going with Shonda.
And Shonda.
Shonda Rousey. Yeah, no, I agree. Ronda and Shayna retain on that because there's just they've just won the titles and they need to do something with Ronda.
Team Ballsy. Team Ballsy.
Team Ballsy. Team Ballsy Acres. But yeah, no, they keep it on Ronda and Shayna Baszler. So
Right on. Okay. Intercontinental match. Gunther, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Gunther is going to beat the oblivion out of this fucking idiot, I hope. And I almost hope Randy comes back as well at the end after the match is over and just beats the even further oblivion out of Riddle. Either way, if Riddle gets his ass stomped, I don't even care if Riddle wins by disqualification. As long as he gets beaten to the fucking oblivion, that's all I hope for.
That chest is going to be bloody. That chest is going to be a bloody hunk of meat by the time Gunther's done. Or Walter. By the time Walter's done. That's what we need. We don't need Gunther. We need Walter.
I hope Riddle's chest is bleeding like Jericho's was when, who was that? Suzuki just fucking chopped the absolute dog shit out of him that one night.
Suzuki Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I just want to see him see Gunther destroy Riddle. Like this would be again none of my favorite matches just because Gunther's in it and like I want to hear those chops. I just want to hear the smack of that. So.
I actually feel like this match is set up. This is a Vince McMahon match, to show Matt Riddle. to show Matt Riddle that stop fucking up, dude. Stop swinging your pecker. Stop handcuffing chicks to beds. You know,
that's my job.
That's my job. I'm not signing these NDAs for nothing. So I believe this is a punishment match, and Gunther is going to deal out some punishment. So
I thought swinging the pecker around was Flair's job.
That's only on the airplane.
Yeah.
So
he's getting ready in case a propeller goes down.
Helicopter. All right. Last match of the night. Bloodline Civil War. Love that, by the way. Roman Reigns and Solo versus the Usos. Will this be day 0 for the Usos?
Man, this one has me on the fence just because the storyline's been so intriguing. Every time you think it's over, something happens and it just keeps on going. I know I just said the Cody match could be the entertaining match of the night, but so could this one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, right now, I want to say the Usos are going to take this, and it's going to be something along the lines of how far can they get in Solo's head to where something dismantles between him and Roman in this match.
Agreed.
Yeah. I can see that totally going down.
I'm taking the ones.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be the deciding factor in this match.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of, not saying this in a bad way, but there's going to be a lot of mind games. The Usos are going to really push it and try to push it into Rome or to Sikoa's head throughout the match, and then the question is, do we get the turn at Money in the Bank, or do we have to wait till SummerSlam for Solo to turn? That's the question I've got. So he will turn at some point. I'm just trying to figure out, are they going to do they want to wait and one more pay-per-view to do it? Is the big one.
Yeah, that's the big question. When is it all going to end when is this whole story going to end? So they just keep finding a way. Paulie keeps finding a way to keep this thing going. So
this has definitely been called As the Bloodline Turns.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it for Money in the Bank. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. Actually, I'm looking forward to you guys coming over, and we're going to have a good time tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
But it's gonna be a good show. Honestly, it's gonna be a good show. I think we're gonna get some surprises. we're definitely
Yeah.
gonna get some prizes. So,
Surprises are where it's at.
all right. Well, that about does it for Hardway. You guys got anything else here before we jump out of here?
Nope,
We're-
not
Negative.
We are sitting at 61 subscribers. Thank you so much. We need more.
Yes.
I'm greedy. Scott's greedy. Look at him. Look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look at Ricky's beard. We are greedy people. We need it all. We need more subscribers. So please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. Tell your friends. Tell
Tell your
us.
friends to tell their friends.
Tell your enemies. Tell your friends.
Yeah, actually tell your enemies. We'll start a war with you. We'll start our own civil war.
Oh yeah.
So, but we again, 61 subscribers. When we get to 100, we're gonna do some giveaway stuff. We're looking into doing like a meet and greet somewhere at some point and give away some stuff. I got all kinds of stuff here that to give away. I keep getting this shit in boxes and stuff I'm never gonna use and never.
We gotta get some Hardway. We gotta get some Hardway merch with our handsome faces on it to give away as well.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're also giving away free to anybody who wants it. Jason, we are giving him away completely. Like he will no longer we don't need him anymore.
Oh well, that's the end of the recording. Anyway, yes, again, please like, subscribe, tell all your friends. We appreciate everyone out here. I love that everybody we put a question up on our Facebook page and people interact. Like we weren't getting as many interactions before. We are getting lots of interactions now. We put a post up to see if you could start the NWO, who are the 4 guys you could start them with? I didn't really get a lot of good answers. Most of the time it was one person, or I needed all 4 people, or really wanted all 4 people, but the overwhelming person to be in everyone's new NWO was John Cena. So
just like the NWO, you'll never see that again.
Well, we got the LWO, so maybe we'll get the NWO. Who knows?
The Blue World Order.
Oh, we need that back. We need Stevie and
Blue Meanie, yeah.
We could just spray you like the meanie there, Papa Smurf.
All right, so if we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to spray paint Scott's entire body blue.
And make him wear that shirt.
Oh, gee.
the relaxed neck shirt.
Yeah.
All right, for Scotty and Ricky, myself, we're out of here. Enjoy the wrestling tomorrow. We will probably pop in and out of a Facebook Live here and there. We might even go Facebook Live before. What do you think? Live and in charge. Get in front of everybody, and
we'll see how much the sauce dictates.
Oh boy, that's right. I got to make a stop tonight. So
yeah, make sure you get a few Steve Weisers.
I'll have plenty. I will come to a party empty-handed.
That's right. I have to see. Did you take all the Yingling with you last time, or did you drink it all?
I drank them all. I drank them all before the end of the pay-per-view.
Sir, you have a problem. Actually, you had a couple taken from you too, I believe.
Yeah.
Robert
took a couple of them.
Robert left our house. He had 2 or 3 Yingling, and he had a couple of my crushes in his hand. I was like, yo, the party's going with Robert.
Yeah.
Follow Robert. All right, well, we'll record Scotty getting on the new AEW game tomorrow, and we'll see what he thinks of it, and give his feedback. So again, appreciate everybody. We will see you guys next time
on the Hard Way.